Welcome back to round one of this XLN draft here. There's the deck. If you want to see it, you can pause. So we're blue-black pirates, as you can see, or a lot of vampires. 3, 4, actually a full play set of Skymax Bloodletter. Is that right? It is right. Okay. This hand seems very slow, but it is functional. I can steal his creature, and then I can kill his next creature, so it's decent. Maybe not if he goes 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, but we can always draw, you know, one of our 4 copies of Skymax Bloodletter to stabilize. You know, you gain 1 life, they'll lose 1 life. You got a 2/2 flyer body. Perilous Voyage is a good one as well. Not for bouncing this because he can attack and trigger raid, and then you know it's not the best. Bouncing a 2-drop would be nice because we'll be able to scry too. Okay, didn't have a 2-drop. That's decent. And I think this turn we can maybe bounce his 3-drop and then play Sailor Memes the next turn, which is decent. Although we could save it, you know. Ooh, the value is real. Oh, this is great for us. So we're getting a card. You know, we're putting him back a card in his hand. He's down Swashbuckling, and we get to scry too. So super good for us. Pretty unfortunate for him because there's basically Perilous Voyage is the only thing that can punish him here, with a blue and a black open. So for each card, click to put it on the bottom. I don't think we want the Air Elemental, although we do get a Sailor Means. So maybe we do just want both of them. Oh, put on top and top. Yeah, I mean, we're so far ahead because I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a land drop this turn as well. Oh, I think I messed that up. I think I wanted Rune Raider there. But it doesn't matter too much because we have Sailor Means now to trigger raid next turn for Rune Raider. And we know one of his cards is the 1-drop, so the 1-drop's pretty bad versus Sailor Means. But he doesn't play the 1-drop, plays Rampage from Frostodon, which would be a nice one to steal. 3/3 Menace, pretty solid. So I have an option here. I can, well, I could just straight up steal that, or I could kill it. Or I could attack, and then get a raid trigger from this. Interesting. A lot of options. What's the best one? And I obviously could just play Air Elemental as well. I think playing Air Elemental is pretty good. The problem is if then I don't have a 5th land, maybe. I think I'm just gonna play Air Elemental. I can always attack next turn, and you know, more than likely get a land. And we'll get some information about his hand here depending on whether he attacks or not, because obviously I double block. So if he does attack, it'll imply to me that he has a combat trick like Crush Ramparts or Sure Strike, so I won't block because it's only 3 damage. And I don't want to lose my Air Elemental when I could have Dive Down up for protection, which is actually a perfect next turn if we don't draw land. Our turn's going to be pretty easy because we can just play Rune Raider and then hold up Dive Down. So quite nice. And obviously if he doesn't attack, that's good for us as well. But he looks like he is. Okay, he didn't. I did draw a land. He could have the main deck Crushing Canopy, which some people have, but I have Dive Down for that if he does. So now the questions become, do I just steal this, or do I contract killing it, or do I Rune Raider? I think the answer is probably Rune Raider, because it gets us a card and lets us hold up Dive Down as well. So we lost 3 life there, but I think that's, or not 3 life. Oh wait, do you lose the? Well, you do, okay, you lose 3 life, but you know it was worth it. Drover, okay. I'd actually love to steal that because it's clearly they're stuck on lands. This would be a decent opportunity to double block. I think no, he's not going to attack. He's just going to play out his 1/1. Yeah, very tempted to steal the Drover. Just going to set him back. Can't play a 5-drop if he top decks a land next turn. I think I'm just going to Air Elemental attack. Let's see what we hit here. Be pretty funny if we hit Entrancing Melody, but we hit a land, so that was a pretty good hit for us. So like now he can't play his 5-drop. Obviously he can play a 4-drop, but we can just kill that. Although we may not want to. Grazing Whiptail. This is pretty nice. We can play double Skymarch Bloodletter and then play have Drover up as well. And then he'll be dead next turn. Drover, by the way, for Dive Down. Not sure why you would chump there, because he doesn't have any mana to do anything. Six. Yeah, I think I'll just present lethal. I don't think there's any way I can get punished here because the board wipe in the format is Star of Extinction, so it's not like he can just play that next turn. I think that's like 7 or 9 mana or something crazy like that. So should have just lethal on board next turn. Ruthless Knave. So I lose 3 life. Also, maybe I should be playing the Spell Swindle because of Ruthless Knave, but I think it's decent anyway. I hope I checked. Did I? Okay, it is. I have to check if it's round 1 every single time. That's how incompetent I am. Opponent's in the tank here. It'd take a crazy sequence of cards for him to get out of this. Just too many flyers, really. If he plays another Grazing Whiptail, I just bounce it, but of course he doesn't know that, so that'll be an okay start. Okay, so we won game 1. Let's take a look at his deck just to remember. Okay, begin sideboarding. Don't think there's too much we can sideboard here yet. We just haven't seen enough of his deck because unfortunately he just had a bad draw there. And the bounce spells are great because he has that thing, that swashbuckling. Okay, let's check this hand out. Let's check hand. This hand has 3 3-drops, which is a bit clunky. It's got Sailor Means to make this Entrancing Melody a little bit better. So yeah, that's pretty good. And it's got the first of many Skymarch Bloodletters, I presume. So the worst thing he could play here is Drover, because Drover just ramps him, like, it's just such a good turn 2 play. Raptor Hatchling, not as impressive. And that was a really good draw for us. Get to play Kitestale Freebooter. Have a look at his hand. It's funny, we were talking about this, about how it never misses. I don't think I've ever seen it miss. I mean, I've probably seen it miss, but it's so rare. Wow. That is a garbage hand. That's a very weak hand. But it did have 3 spells in it, so... And with Raptor Hatchling, is, you know, it combination decently well with Raptor Hatchling. So we'll just take a look at the cards here. Does that put you? No, you still can see. So get rid of one of those and one of those. So hopefully he, you know, draws a couple more lands, and this game should be pretty easy. But he drew XLN's Keeper, so we actually have perfect information about his hand. So I swamp. I don't really care about the Sure Strike, so I'm not really going to play Sailor Memes to, you know, just block this. I think I'm just going to try and win in the air. So I'm going to play this guy first, because, you know, Sure Strike doesn't really work defensively, especially if there's flyers. So what we want our opponent to play next turn is a forest, so then we know every card in their hand. I don't think that they're going to do that, though. There's one more mountain down. It's actually pretty good that they don't have double forest, because they can't play Grazing Whiptail, which is actually really good on this board. And again, we're going to go no blocks here, because the Sure Strike's just going to be dead in their hand. Except for maybe 3 extra damage, which is not what you want to be using that for. Unless they're on 3 life. Second Entrancing Melody, that's kind of hilarious. I think this turn I want to just attack with both and play Sailor of Means to get the treasure. And also it's like, even if I block Vixlani's Keeper, if he has to use Sure Strike to kill my 1/4, you know, at least I got the treasure out of it. Oh wow, he played a forest, so that means his last card in hand is probably Grazing Whiptail. Unless I've mistakenly, you know, have a mistake there. So this is going to basically, I'm saying it's, if you want to use Sure Strike, you can use Sure Strike. Okay, he's using Sure use this Sure Strike. I'm happy enough with that. I think there's a mountain in his hand. I could be wrong. Island would be good. Okay, Depths of Desire. I think I just did a tank with both again and play my Ruthless Knave. If he plays anything too scary, I can always contract killing it, or Depths of Desire it, or maybe even steal it later on. And I'll go no blocks here because, you know, taking 3, we go to 13. We're just going to win the race. I must be wrong about that. Yeah, I must be wrong. Okay, we'll X that. I'm pretty sure he would have played that already, so I must have lost track of it somewhere. So 2 unknowns in hand. Maybe one of them's a mountain, but pretty sure it's not. Again, don't want to block, because if our opponent has 2 Sure Strike in his decks, that means, you know, he's fond of combat tricks. He could have another one. And also, I don't even want to trade this for this. This is 3 power, there's only 2. Drover. Maybe there's a mountain in your hand. I'm not. You're probably going to be yelling at me because I should know. Okay, dive down. 3/3. I could just contract killing the Drover, get in for 6, and then he has to be on the defensive next turn. That seems decent. Yeah. And you know, the Drover is a 3/3. It is like it is his biggest thing. And those treasure kind of leave us with a decent melody. So he has to be on the defensive here, somewhat, at least one creature. Ultra Shock, by the way, I didn't comment on the name. Ultra Shock is a great name. The U should be capitalized and the S should be capitalized, but other than that, it's like a B+. Pretty good name. So let's see what we got here. The Rigger. The Rigger's actually really hard to get through, but we have flyers, so not really that hard to get through. Actually, just thinking about that now, potentially using that contract killing on the Drover was a mistake because... Interesting. That means if I have any bounce spell, you're just dead. Okay, well I was going to say that, you know, I could just win with flyers in 4 turns. But... yeah. Oh, so it was a mountain. Okay, so I guess I didn't make a mistake, but this is game on board anyway. So we're 2-0, and by 2-0 I mean we won the first round. Let me just, gotta make sure. There you go. Deck's pretty sweet, so we're trying to go 3-0 with this. Thank you for watching.